It all started on a night that should have been full of music and excitement, but for Layla Thompson, the evening began with cold dismissal. She had arrived at the Grand Concert Hall, clutching her notebook filled with lyrics and melodies she had poured her soul into, ready to share her voice with the world. The organizers, a group of young, polished people, were bustling about, coordinating performers for the charity music event, and at the entrance a coordinator's gaze immediately swept over her with thinly veiled disdain. "We've already filled the program," the young woman said, her tone sharp and final. "There's no room for new faces." Layla's lips curved into a small, composed smile. "I understand. Thank you," she replied quietly, each word calm yet carrying an inner resolve that even she felt deep in her chest. She turned, stepping back into the hall, observing the other performers, mostly white, mostly celebrated for every minor contribution they made, while she remained invisible, an overlooked presence in a space that should have welcomed talent, not pedigree. Her heart didn't harden. It didn't yield to bitterness. Instead, it strengthened, a quiet flame lighting within her. She walked to a corner, seated herself on the steps, and opened her notebook, flipping to a page of freshly written lyrics, humming a soft melody under her breath, a melody she knew one day the world would hear. As she sang to herself, the contrast between her serene confidence and the coordinator's arrogant dismissal could not have been clearer. Layla had always known the world would judge her before it listened, but tonight she felt that familiar determination tighten its grip. This is the story of a voice that was almost silenced before it could soar, the journey of someone who refused to let other people's judgments define her path. Hello, friends. Before we continue, I want to ask, where are you watching from today? What city are you in? Take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so you won't miss the incredible true life stories we share here. After that brief pause, let's return to Layla as she closes her notebook and looks around the bustling hall, noting the excited chatter of musicians preparing for their performances, the nervous energy of the stage crew, the murmurs of anticipation from the audience arriving to support the charity cause. She could have walked away left quietly, let the rejection sting and fade into the night, but instead she stayed, a silent observer soaking in the rhythms, the harmony, the chaos, and the small cracks where opportunity might peek through. As the evening progressed, Layla found herself backstage, not as a performer, but as a witness to the unfolding event, noticing the way some musicians hesitated, how some organizers flinched at minor mistakes, and how every small success was met with immediate praise, while any attempt she had made to contribute was ignored or brushed aside. Yet she did not shrink. She did not allow the dismissal to dim her presence. With every ignored suggestion, every overlooked melody, she felt herself growing stronger, more resolved, understanding that her moment was not lost, but waiting, just out of reach, and that when the right time came, her voice would no longer be unseen, unheard, or underestimated. While the music hall hummed with anticipation, and the stage lights flickered in preparation for the evening's first performance, Layla whispered to herself a soft but firm promise carried on her breath. They haven't heard the last of me. One day they will listen. She closed her notebook again, gently tucking it under her arm, and allowed herself a final glance at the crowd, the performers, and the orchestrated chaos that had so easily tried to push her aside. That was the calm before the storm, the quiet moment that preceded the fire she would ignite with her talent and determination. It was here, in this small corner overlooked and underestimated, that the seeds of her triumph were planted. Her voice, her music, her passion. They were waiting for the perfect moment to rise, to sweep through the very halls that had tried to deny her. And so Layla sat, quiet, composed but unyielding, a presence of elegance and grace, a soul ready to transform the silence into a roar. Weeks pass as Layla pours every ounce of her energy into writing, rehearsing, and sharing her songs online, posting videos and snippets on social media, while the traditional stages and recording studios continue to close their doors to her. She practices late into the night in her small apartment, her notebook full of lyrics and melodies, humming softly as she perfects every note, refusing to let the repeated rejections crush her spirit. Despite the setbacks, her determination remains unshaken, and her talent begins to catch the attention of a well-known music producer who happens to attend a small local concert where Layla is performing for a modest crowd of friends, neighbors, and fellow musicians. After the show, he approaches her, eyes bright with admiration, and says, "You have something that can't be taught. You need to show yourself to the world, but it will be on your own terms." He warns her that breaking through without industry support will be a challenge, but offers to help record a demo. Layla accepts without hesitation, understanding that this may be her one opportunity to make her voice heard. Over the next few weeks, they work tirelessly in a small studio, layering vocals, refining arrangements, and capturing the essence of her music. The first demo video is uploaded online, and almost immediately it begins to gain traction. Within days, clips of her singing go viral, millions of views accumulate, and social media buzzes with hashtags of her name. Fans from across the country share her songs, record covers, and praise her authenticity, her lyrics resonating deeply with people who had never heard her before. Comments flood in from those moved by her voice, sharing personal stories of how her songs have touched them, bringing hope, joy, or even catharsis. Meanwhile, the organizers of the previously inaccessible charitable music event watch nervously as news of her viral success spreads. They begin to panic, realizing they overlooked an artist of incredible talent, someone who could have elevated the entire event with her presence. Invitations and offers that were once denied to her now come with urgency, but Layla remains focused on her own path. The day of the festival arrives, a moment she had once only dreamed of, and she receives an official invitation to perform, this time with a primetime slot that places her at the center of the evening. Despite the excitement, a wave of nervousness and self-doubt creeps in. Colleagues and fellow performers, some who had previously dismissed her, glance at her with cautious respect. Unsure how to react to the rising star in their midst, she takes a deep breath, feeling the weight of all the weeks of struggle, rejection, and perseverance behind her, and steps onto the stage. The first chord she strums resonates through the hall, and as her voice rises, it carries every ounce of passion, every story of hardship, every note of unwavering determination. The audience, which had once ignored or overlooked her, is stunned into silence, captivated by the raw emotion and powerful presence she exudes. Each word she sings lands with impact, echoing through the hall and into the hearts of those who had underestimated her. People lean forward in their seats, eyes wide, some whispering to each other, amazed at the transformation from the quiet woman they had barely noticed to the commanding performer now filling the room with brilliance. Her music, once confined to her small apartment and local performances, has become a force that no one can ignore. The viral momentum and her undeniable talent converge, creating a turning point that changes everything. Whispers of admiration ripple through the backstage area, organizers and fellow musicians exchanging glances as they realize that the girl they once dismissed now holds the power to command the stage, the crowd, and the conversation surrounding the festival. For the viewers, it is a moment of revelation, witnessing how persistence, resilience, and authentic talent can break through barriers, overturn expectations, and shift the balance of attention and respect. Layla's journey from ignored singer to central performer demonstrates the tangible results of unwavering dedication, her every note a statement of triumph and promise, setting the stage for the ultimate resolution and moral revelation that will follow in the final act. Layla Thompson finishes her performance with a powerful, heartfelt song dedicated to resilience and self-respect. Every note resonates through the hall, capturing the hearts of the audience. The applause is thunderous, echoing in the grand concert space, and those organizers who once denied her are stunned, scrambling to offer apologies. Layla meets them with calm dignity, responding, "Today, it's the voice of every person that matters, not who controls the stage." Her presence radiates confidence and grace, showing that true talent cannot be ignored. Invitations begin to pour in, television appearances, charity events, music festivals across the country and around the world. Yet, through all the attention and acclaim, she remains true to herself and her artistic vision, inspiring countless others who have faced prejudice, rejection, and doubt. Her journey demonstrates that persistence, self-belief, and talent can overcome barriers, opening doors that once seemed firmly closed. Fans share her music, stories about her struggle and triumph go viral, and hashtags with her name trend online, celebrating her as a symbol of hope and perseverance. Meanwhile, industry professionals begin to recognize her not just for her skills, but for the authenticity and passion she brings to every performance, understanding that true artistry cannot be manufactured or bought. It is earned through dedication and heart. Layla's voice now commands respect. Her lyrics echo messages of courage, perseverance, and empowerment that resonate far beyond the stage, touching lives she may never meet personally. Those who doubted her realized too late that they underestimated a talent that was always destined for greatness. She moves forward with humility and strength, understanding that influence comes not from authority or privilege but from the ability to touch hearts and inspire change. Behind the applause and accolades, she continues to write new songs, mentor emerging artists, and use her platform to highlight voices that are often overlooked, demonstrating that success is most meaningful when it lifts others along the way. Her journey from being denied and overlooked to becoming the voice that everyone listens to serves as a vivid reminder that perseverance in the face of rejection transforms obstacles into stepping stones. The final voiceover captures the essence of her story. Never let the limitations others place on you define your path. Sometimes the voice that is ignored today becomes the voice that the entire world hears tomorrow. The video concludes with a heartfelt message to the viewers. If this story inspired you, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so we can continue sharing more incredible real-life stories.